Hey everyone, how are we today? Just doing a quick all signs check-in today. What you need to know. Okay, so we're just going to sort of have a quick check-in today and ask what it is that you need to know right now. Okay, so I'm using the Jelly Bean Lenormand, and I will be taking timestamps as always. And getting started today, we're going to start with Aries. Hey Aries, how are we? Just what does Aries need to know right now? What does Aries need to know right now? Bit of a timeless reading, guys. So whenever you see this. Okay, so Aries, we do have the whip, okay, and it's coming out with the anchor. So that lets us know with the whip there, it's all about trouble, tension, and drama, challenges that you've been facing. And with the anchor there, it kind of feels as though these are weighing you down at this time. So you do need to be aware that you are sort of allowing this tension to drag you down a little bit and hold you a bit stuck at this time. All right, so whatever that is that's going on for you, Aries, just a bit of trouble. I feel as though this is like just a little bit of tension and trouble within you yourself, and it's sort of maybe a fight with somebody that may be sort of weighing down on you heavily, but it is sort of holding you a little bit stuck at this time. I will just get one card to sort of ask, how can Aries overcome this? How can Aries overcome this, please? Okay, so we do have the fox coming through. So the fox really does talk about, being clever, not allowing this to sort of get to you too much. This is all about, independence, self-sufficiency, focusing on your self-survival, doing what you need to survive. And at this time, it feels as though what you need to do to survive is to not allow this tension to stop you. Okay, so it feels as though you, whatever trouble or tension, any fighting that you're concerned about, not allowing that to sort of stop you from sort of getting on with it anyway. The fox energy there, the fox does what needs to be done, okay, regardless of, what's going on around them. A fox in the wild will travel, miles and miles to find food for its family, and take it back to the den. That's kind of what you're being guided to do at this moment, Aries, is focus on what you need to do rather than, allowing your any tension within you to hold you back at this time, okay, Aries? So that's what we have for you. More than welcome to check your other placements, of course. But we will move over to Taurus. How are we today, Taurus? What does Taurus need to know right now? What does Taurus need to know, please? Okay. So, Taurus, we do have the masculine energy coming out with the cross, okay? So sometimes this is, could be talking about a spiritual man, so to speak, but I don't really read the gender with the Lenormand. I do kind of find that the masculine is all about, not allowing your emotions to rule you and really sort of coming from a very logical space rather than an emotional space. Okay, so it's standing strong and firm and powerful in your spirit. Okay, so we do have the cross there, which is a very spiritual, religious card. It does talk about, you know, uh, logically having faith. Okay, so it's a very interesting message for you there, Taurus. But there is also the sense with the cross sometimes that we do see some burdens that may be sort of weighing heavily on your mind, and you're thinking about them very logically, these burdens. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit different for everybody, but being a bit more of it does feel like a bit of a heavy sort of energy, that there is something, some particular burden that is sort of weighing on your psyche a little bit, and stopping you from allowing your emotions out. So I'm just going to grab one card to sort of ask how you can overcome this. Okay, focus on your money. We have the fish coming through, so focusing on your abundance and your wealth, rather than letting destiny hold you back, focusing on, getting more abundance around you, and really maybe for a lot of you focusing on financials at this time rather than, the more spiritual, having faith side of things. Definitely could help you overcome any sort of burdensome energy that you're carrying at the moment. But with both the cross and the fish, I do sort of feel that there is some sort of strong destiny around you at the moment. And that sense of faith coming through strongly as well. So if, maybe you are worrying about finances, and that's what sort of puts you into this energy there. Maybe finances are what the burden is for you at this time. So if that's the case for you, just having a little bit more faith that, you are abundant, you will have abundance, and wealth comes in a lot of other forms, not just, monetary wealth. Okay. So whatever that means to you, Taurus, I feel like it's going to be slightly different for everyone within the collective, but take from that what you need. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course, but we will move on to Gemini. How are we, Gemini? Just looking today at what you need to know right now. Okay, so what does Gemini need to know right now, please? Gemini, we have the ring, okay, as well as the clouds. So heavy in your thought about relationships, about cycles that you've been through. I do feel for a lot of you this is about love, relationships, and not necessarily an actual relationship, but sort of your thinking being very sort of heavy thinking about the cycles that we've been through in love in the past. So the clouds really does talk about that tendency to overthink things. So just be wary at the moment, Gemini, that you may actually be overthinking these things. You may be overthinking a particular relationship as well. The clouds sometimes can cloud our judgment and cause a bit of confusion. So you may have some sort of confusion coming through in regard to a specific relationship. It may not necessarily be a love relationship, but we do see the ring, so it does talk about relationships and cycles that you've been through in your life. Okay, I'm just going to grab one more for you. How can Gemini overcome the heavy thinking, please? Okay, looking at life as though it's an adventure, Gemini. We do have the ship energy there. So really, traveling away from thinking too heavily on one particular thing, starting that journey within yourself to actually, feel what you're thinking rather than logically. Okay, so I do feel as though it's all part of the journey, is what you kind of need to hear right now, Gemini, is that if you have been through cycles that are heavy on your thoughts and causing some, clouded judgment or confusion or anxiety for you, that it is all just part of your journey, and trying to look at it as though it's an adventure rather than something holding you back. All right, every life is an adventure. All right, so it's just how you perceive it, I feel, Gemini. All right, you're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. And we will move on to Cancer. Hey, Cancer, how are we? Just looking at what you need to know right now. Okay, what does Cancer need to know right now, please? Okay, Cancer, we do have the anchor and the birds coming out for you. So the birds is about some sort of conversation going on, but with the anchor there, it's kind of a stalled conversation. We've kind of got a bit stuck with the conversation. It feels as though you may be trying to have this conversation with somebody, but feeling as though there's something holding that back, holding that conversation down from fully occurring in the way that you need it to or want it to. The anchor does sort of talk about wanting the stability and the security and that durability, but I'm just sort of getting I am just getting the vibe that it's kind of come to a bit of a standstill, that we're a bit, the anchor does not have any motion to it. It's a very sturdy, stopped kind of energy. So some sort of conversation has stalled. So you may be sort of feeling that a conversation has sort of come to a bit of a stalemate, I keep wanting to say. But we'll see if we've got any sort of advice for you on that one. How can Cancer overcome this, please? Okay, so we do have the mouse energy. So once again, I'm getting that same energy. The mouse does talk about things that are sort of eating away at you a little bit, holding you back, eating away at you a little bit. I'm just intuitively feeling there that's coming through as the advice of, this is in the past, and the reason that it's sort of stalled and eating away at you a little bit is because it's past energy. It's past, and we're needing to shift the conversation towards the future rather than allowing ourselves to get stuck in the past with that energy there. Don't let it eat away at you. If there's something you need to say it. Is the vibe I'm sort of getting with that, Cancer. So that's what we have for you. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. But for now, we will move over to our Leos. How are we today, Leo? Just looking at today, asking what you need to know right now. Okay, what does Leo need to know right now? Okay, so Leo, we have your energy coming through first and foremost, the sun energy there, and that's come through with the anchor as well. Okay, so I kind of want to, I feel as though this is just letting you know, Leo, that you're doing better than you think you are. Okay, you're more happy. Like your happiness is more stable than you may think it is at this time. Okay, so I feel like there's a lot of Leos out there that are, experiencing just that sense of nothing really happening at the moment, but in a good way. Okay, because when no news is good news, so to speak. It's kind of that vibe of, just accept the happiness. Like it's around, it's here to stay. It's a stable happiness for you to. It's okay for you to be happy at the moment, Leo. I feel as though it's going to be revealed to you that, whatever's going on for you, whether, I feel for a lot of you that you're kind of feeling like nothing's going on for you, but it's like, that's actual stable. Like life doesn't have to be crazy and dramatic all the time. And you seem to be just in a very sort of stable position at the moment, and within, your life and yourself. And, I feel like you just need to know that that's okay. That, yeah, like I said, it doesn't have to be crazy, busy, hectic all the time. It's okay to just, be a bit stopped and still and just be happy and calm. Okay, so if there's nothing crazy going on, Leo, accept it. It's kind of, you can stop. I feel like, a lot of the time it's hard to accept when, happiness is actually, everything's actually going pretty good. Like it can actually be hard to accept, especially when you're used to that chaos. I feel, Leo, that you're probably used to the chaos, and that's why you're just a little bit unsure at the moment. But the happiness is here to stay. It's not sort of moving anywhere. The anchor is very stable and secure, and it'll hold you steady. Okay, and that happiness is there. So don't question it, Leo. Just roll with it, okay? You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Oh, my pen is running low, but we'll move on to Virgo. How are we today, Virgo? Just asking, what does Virgo need to know right now? What does Virgo need to know? Virgo. Lovely message for you today, Virgo. We do have the key coming through with the fish. Okay, so the key is all about, unlocking doors to success. And then the fish is the success, the abundance, the wealth, the finances. Okay, so together these cards are definitely talking about financial abundance coming through, some sort of financial success coming through, and you need to be aware of that and open the door to that. Okay, so there's some opportunities around you for financial success at this time, Virgo. So it's kind of wanting me to tell you to take, open the door and walk on through. Don't be afraid to take opportunities at the moment, because they are leading to a lot of success for you, Virgo. So that's actually, beautiful message for you today, Virgo. I must say, so far you guys have got the, in my opinion, one of the clearest, best sort of messages coming through there. But, you're more than welcome to check your other placements. But for now, we will move on over to sorry, I'm always doing that to you, aren't I, Libra? We're moving on to Libra at the moment. Okay, Libra. What does Libra need to know right now, please? What does Libra need to know? Libra, we have the scythe coming through with the coffin. Okay, so straight away, this is some sort of sudden ending. Okay, because the scythe can talk about a sudden break or change. With the coffin, we do see an ending that brings a new beginning. So there is something that is going to suddenly, maybe unexpectedly end, or you're going to sort of break free, close the lid on something that isn't serving your highest good. But it is kind of with that scythe energy there, it is most likely going to be very, very sudden ending of something. Okay, but rest assured that, that coffin energy, even when we suddenly close something out, it does have rebirth as well attached. Okay, so even if something is ending for you, there is new energy that creates as well. Okay, so but you do need to be aware that there is a sudden ending, a sudden break from something, in your energy at this time, Libra. I'll grab another card and see if we can see what sort of comes after that coffin energy. What comes after this sudden ending for Libra, please? We have the masculine. Okay, so for some of you that may actually be an actual masculine, is part of the new beginning for you. All right, so I do feel for a lot of you, Libra, that is an actual masculine that is coming in as a brand new beginning for you. But for others of you, this is just, the way we're looking at something and ending the way we're looking at something, a sudden break from a more emotion-based thing, and that's coming through and bringing in a lot more, able to look at it more logically and rationally, standing strong and firm and powerful on the other side of that. Okay, so it's not feeling like it's a huge, horrible, sudden break or change there, Libra. It does feel as though it's going to, help create a lot more logic within you. Okay, so if you have been going through something emotional, it's kind of like that sudden break from emotions, and heading into being able to look at a situation a little bit more logically or rationally. All right, but more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. But we will move on to Scorpio. How are we, Scorpio? Just asking what you need to know at the moment. Okay, Scorpio, what does Scorpio need to know right now? Okay, Scorpio, we do have the snake energy. Just double check there. That is the Scorpio card. I was pretty sure it was the Scorpio card, but it is definitely the Scorpio card. So we're seeing you in your own energy here, Scorpio. So that's come through with the cross as well, which is for a lot of the Scorpios that may be watching, this is straight up coming through and letting us know, have faith in yourself, Scorpio. The cross really does talk about having faith, that spiritual side of yourself, the more religious, spiritual side of yourself. So regardless of, what you believe, having having that faith in yourself and believing in yourself at the moment, okay, Scorpio. But for others of you, this, the snake card, it can talk about, physical intimacy. So it can, we all know the reputation Scorpios have in the bedroom. So it definitely can be talking about that, and some sort of destined sex thing. Okay, so for some of you, that definitely could be what we're seeing here. Sometimes the cross can talk about a burden that you're carrying, in regard to, with the snake there, it could be in regard to some deception that you've learnt about. But with the cross, I kind of really feel as though it's very much like talking about the spiritual side of things at the moment for you, Scorpio, and really having that faith in yourself and following your destiny, which is sort of, you're on the right path, because, seeing your own card come out for you, with the destiny card, it's a very strong sense of you are on the right sort of path. You are following your destiny at this time. Everything's going to work out. Everything's going to work out, Scorpio, is kind of what I want to say with that. So whatever's going on for you at the moment, some of you may be a little bit burdened by some deceit that's happened in the past, or something to do with some sort of physical connection with somebody. But follow your sense of faith that things are working out the way that they need to. That's all part of your destiny, okay, Scorpio. Very interesting, Scorpio. That did feel, like I said, a bit heavy, with very, very spiritual kind of feel to that one. Okay, but you're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. But for now, we'll move on to Sagittarius. How are we, Sagittarius? What does Sagittarius need to know right now, please? What does Sagittarius need to know right now? Okay, Sagittarius, we do have the snake, and that's come through with the rider. Okay, so I'm getting two different readings here. The main one I'm getting for a majority of you is that this is all about desire, passion, physical intimacy on its way. Okay, so the rider does sort of come in bearing good news, and I feel as though for a lot of you, this is, you know, someone coming in saying, I desire you, Sagittarius. I want to have a physical fling with you. It normally would talk about, the more short-term, casual type of physical flings rather than long-term things. But someone's sort of coming towards you, sort of saying, hey, Sagittarius, do you think we could just, hook up, blah, blah, blah. That kind of vibe. So I feel for majority of you, that's what this is. For one or two of you, though, I am getting the alternate coming through here with, the snake sometimes can talk about some sort of deception that's happened. Okay, so I do feel that for one or two of you, this is actually someone coming in with news of a deception. So sort of enlightening you to some sort of deception that has happened, and you becoming aware of that deception. Okay, so either way, I suppose you're going to find out very, very soon as to whether that is sex or finding out about somebody who has, tried to deceive you. I don't feel as though it's an out and out deception as such. I feel as though it's more about, someone, that kind of vibe of someone coming to you and saying, hey, Sagittarius, did you know that, so and so, they weren't being completely honest when they said this or that. I'm just getting the vibe that it's like, someone with ulterior motives type deception. It's not really out and out deception as such. Okay, but that's what I've got for you, Sagittarius. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. But for now, we will move over to Capricorn. How are we, Capricorn? Just doing a bit of a check-in today with what you need to know right now. Okay, what does Capricorn need to know right now, please? Okay, so very interesting, Capricorn, because we do firstly have the sun, okay, which predominantly is a very, very happy energy, and it usually does outshine sort of any other card that it comes out with. But what I'm seeing with it is the mouse energy. Okay, so the mouse, all in all, is not necessarily, my favorite energy. Um, it does talk about something, the loss of something, usually in the past. So it's something that's probably been eating away at you, that you feel like you've lost something in the past. But what I'm sort of feeling with that sun is I'm not necessarily, like, it's not unhappy, but it's more about some sort of revelation about a loss from the past. It's sort of, something coming to light, about something that's been eating away at you. Okay, so something that, whatever's been eating away at you, this loss in the past that's been sort of eating away at you, it really feels as though you need to know that there's something coming to light about that. I'm just going to get some more information because, I when I see the sun card, I do normally expect it to sort of outshine any other energy, but it's actually not with this reading. So it's just got me a little bit confused there, Capricorn. I'm just going to get another card to clarify that. Can you please clarify this message for Capricorn? What does Capricorn need to know, please? Okay, so we have the ship. So with the ship, this definitely could be getting revealed to you because someone's traveling towards you and like out and out telling you about something. It could be talking about someone traveling towards you. I do feel that someone may be traveling towards you to reveal something, or bring light to a situation. Someone may be traveling toward. I keep getting drawn to that. But for others of you, it's like, it's all part of this journey. Like, so for others of you, I do feel as though, these revelations are possibly happening just within you. And you're kind of, do you know what? The song that's just come on is that, listen to your heart. So I feel like for a lot of you, this revelation is sort of coming from within you, and you're listening to, your own inner guidance, and you're realizing that this was just part of your journey. Or yeah, I'm keep getting drawn to the song that just started, because it just started right as I started asking for clarification. I don't know where you're going, but I don't know why. Listen to your heart, um, before you say goodbye. So that may mean something to somebody. Okay, but there's some sort of revelation to do with something that's been eating away at you, realizing that it's all part of the journey. You know, it feels like a journey within yourself, Capricorn. It does feel as though this is all sort of maybe a revelation within you about the journey that this is all created for you. Any other advice for Capricorn with this situation, please? Because okay, I've got the snake and the ring have both come out. Okay, so the snake can talk about physical desire, passion, sex, and then we've got the card of relationships. So it could be talking about some sort of sexual relationship, something being revealed to you about a sexual relationship in the past. Um, I hope that this resonates for whoever needed to hear it, because it's not coming through very clearly for me, Capricorn. Um, the, it may also be with that snake energy. It may also be, you've been deceiving yourself about a relationship, and that's what's being revealed to you. It's all part of this journey, though. It's all part of this journey. I just keep wanting to say the same sort of things, but listen to your heart, because it's trying to tell you whatever that means for you, okay? It might be different for everyone within the collective. Maybe check your other placements to see if you can get a little bit more information out of your other placements as to what that may be for you in your particular situation. It's not coming through very clearly for me. It's like it's actually feeling like there's somebody trying to stop me from seeing the full thing, because I am feeling that for some of you this is somebody actually journey, like covering a distance to come towards you with the sex card and the relationship card too. It may be somebody trying to come towards you in regard to, you know, a sexual relationship. Um, with the mouse there, though, I do feel as though this might be somebody coming back around from the past for some of you. All right, so I just cannot. I'm getting blocked. I am getting blocked on that one. I'm sorry, Capricorn. But we will move on over to Aquarius. Like I said, check your other placements, guys, and hopefully you can get a bit more info. I am just doing super quick readings today, so yeah, hopefully we can pull something out during the weekly readings anyway and have a look at that for you anyway. But yeah, Aquarius, how are we today, Aquarius? Okay, what does Aquarius need to know right now, please? What does Aquarius need to know right now? Okay, Aquarius, we do have the clouds coming through, and that has come through with the coffin. Okay, so this message is coming compared to the last reading I just did for Capricorn, where I was really struggling to actually hear the message clearly. Yours is coming through like super clearly, even with the clouds there. Normally the clouds does create a bit of confusion, so sometimes it can cloud my being able to read the card as well, but it's coming through pretty clearly for you that you are overthinking an ending. There's something that has ended, or you've closed something out. You've closed the door on something, but you're now overthinking that. You're overthinking that ending, and it's starting you to sort of question your judgment, whether you made the right decision by closing that cycle or closing the door on that, or ending that thing, whatever that ending was in your particular scenario. It's just letting us know that you're now overthinking it. Don't allow, you know, yourself to overthink it, because the more that you're overthinking this ending, the more you will create that confusion for yourself, and possible anxiety and whatnot, rather than overthinking, did I do the right thing? Was I supposed to close the door on that? Really actually looking for the new beginnings that now creates for you, okay? Because the coffin energy really does talk about death and rebirth. So we've seen the death of a situation there with that coffin, and that's what you're sort of overthinking, is the death of that. But rather than even looking at the death of that, look at what that new beginning is, what that rebirth is, what the new opportunities that brings by you closing that out. Okay, so it's kind of pretty straightforward there, Aquarius, asking you to look at the new rather than what's ended. Okay, you're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course, but we'll move on to Pisces. How are we, Pisces? Just asking today what you need to know right now, okay? So a bit of a timeless reading whenever you see this reading, okay? What does Pisces need to know right now, please? Okay, Pisces, we do have the moon as well as the anchor. Okay, so it's kind of letting me know pretty straightforward. Once again, I'm like everyone's reading has been relatively straightforward today, except for one sign that just threw me for a loop today. And it happened to be Capricorn, which I normally can read Capricorn pretty clearly, being that I am a Capricorn. But anyway, Pisces, we do see the moon and the anchor. So the moon does talk about your emotions, okay? And for some reason you're holding your emotions back. You're a bit emotionally stuck at the moment. Okay, the anchor doesn't have any movement. We can use the anchor to hold us steady and secure and safe. But I am feeling as though you're kind of allowing your emotions to weigh you down and hold you down and hold you back and hold you a bit stuck and stop you from moving forward at the moment. You are just sort of especially too because the moon does a strong pull on intuition as well. So you are holding yourself in place, and it's not allowing your intuition to sort of go free because you are sort of holding it very, very in place at this time. I will grab you a card to see how we can overcome that for you, Pisces. How can Pisces overcome these stuck emotions, please? How can Pisces overcome this? We have the Sun, Pisces. Okay, so but with the Sun energy, that's the happiest card in the deck. It talks about happiness straight up. So and especially too with that the Moon and the Sun coming out. Okay, so you can always combat the darkness with your own light. Okay, so if it's dark and it's night and only the moon in play, what combats the dark, the light does. Okay, so it's kind of letting us know that even just listening to this reading now and becoming aware that you are sort of holding your emotions back a bit and a little bit stuck emotionally. I feel like awareness is half of the battle for you at the moment, Pisces, to help you overcome that and really reveal that to yourself and sort of be like, well, yep, okay, yeah, I may be holding my emotions back. I don't want to do that. I'm going to just allow myself to, bring my emotions to light and then release them and deal with them and whatnot, whatever you need to do for you, Pisces. But the best way for you to overcome your emotions is to, reveal them to yourself and bring them to light for yourself and really revel in the sunshine and revel in the happiness that is around you. Having gratitude for the happy things that are in your life rather than allowing yourself to dwell on any negative emotions. Okay, so I really feel too that I know one of my Pisces bestie there, she's been telling me lately, I need to go and get my sunlight. So, seeing the sun card come out for you as well, Pisces, maybe that will help you go spend some time in the sunlight, and that may actually help you sort of move on and stop holding yourself back with your emotions. Okay, and I really feel though for a lot of you, it's all about releasing them and paying attention to them, bringing them to light within yourself and accepting, look, I feel this way. And that will help you overcome any negative emotions and stop being, stuck emotionally, okay, which will flow on for the rest of things as well. But that's what we have for everyone today. I hope that helped. Like I said, it was just a super short reading today. I did do a pretty energy intensive reading yesterday, so and then with the weeklies, I'm not 100% sure which way we're going with those yet, but as always they will be a little bit longer for the individual signs as well. So I hope to see you all there, and more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. But thanks for your time.